Hi, I'm Fat Papa. Today I want to show you how to make the Fujian Fried Rice. That is a common dish in Chinese restaurant and it's easy to make. Let us begin. Hi. You may see this dish in a lot of the Chinese restaurant or the Hong Kong cafe, the Fujian Fried Rice. But are they easy to make? Like you see, like a lot of the ingredient is really simple in there, like the black mushroom, shrimp, egg, fried rice, and then like the scallop, and then some veggie in there. And the whole dish main thing is that you need to chop everything to small pieces. It's easy. Let us begin. So you can see now we have some Gai Lan. It's like one of the Chinese veggie. If that is not available, you just find some green veggie. We just need the root from them, and then you need a few pieces. It's fine, and it's not necessary if you don't have it at all. Yeah, you just make it more colorful because as the volume is like not for you to like have a lot of veggie in this dish, but have it like it will be more colorful. It seems like you will see all of them is like kind of like two color. Like after cook is white and then like the black color on the mushroom. The mushroom after you put it in the water for a few hours, the dry black mushroom, and then you need to cut the root. If you use the fresh black mushroom, then you don't need to do this step, but I still need to cut the root. That one, after you cook, it will be really hard. And then after you chop all the black mushroom, then we will do the dry scallop. And the dry scallops, you also need to put in water. The best is you put them in hot water for 2-3 hours at least. And then remember the water we will use it later. So don't like throw it away or like you wash it. You can wash the dry scallop first before you put them in the hot water. And how to make them small pieces is easy. See, you press and slice it, and then all of them will be, because they are really soft after you put in the water. See, you just like slide it and then they will be small tiny pieces. It's really easy. You don't need to use hand to peel it piece by piece. It takes too many time, and this is the easy way. And then also after you do that, and then we will need the paper towel to dry the scallop and then the shrimp and the chicken thigh. The reason is that we don't want too much water in there, since we want it to be seasoned well. If too many water in those, when you put seasoning and then you cook, the taste they will be separate with the sauce. So you will be the meat with meat and then sauce with sauce is totally separate. So we better is dry them first before we cut it and then to cook it. So I try to do. You don't need to be this mess. I just try to show you how the dry scallop you can easy to peel. Also, I just put to make it a little bit over, but that is you can easy to see how easy they can make it. And then we need few pieces of the ginger, and 3 or 4 pieces is fine. You don't need a lot. We just want to make sure that you remove the frozen shrimp and then the scallop. Those they have some taste on there. We want them to be gone. Now we dry everything. You can dry the shrimp and scallop first, then the chicken. Same paper towel should be fine. So you will see the step I do. All the things you can eat first. Like the veggie, we can just eat it. Black mushroom, we cut those. Then we cut some weird item like the shrimp is not cooked, like the scallop and then the chicken. So that way it will be more healthy, safe. Then it's same. You just chop them to small pieces. If like the shrimp you use, like they're not really big, just chop 2 or 3 in one pieces, and then if they are big, then chop a little bit smaller. We just don't want like large pieces because the whole dish is everything is like really small pieces chopped tiny, and then you can eat with the fried rice and then with the sauce. I know you guys know it already. I think a lot of people ordered this dish before. I try to show you how to do it. Like this one you can do it at home if you have kids, because they are not like the regular other fried rice, like it's dry. And then this one they have the sauce, so a lot of kids they will love to eat it. When the shrimp, make sure like you clean out, remove the shell, and then cut the small piece. This time I use the bigger shrimp, so the jumbo shrimp. Then I can cut like about 4 pieces on each. If you use the smaller, like the large, only the large size shrimp, then you probably maybe cut 2 or 3 will be enough. Don't be too small, just like bite size. And also the chicken thigh I use is like the frozen one, like from Costco. Like after you defrost those, and then like the chicken, I remove all the fat, most of the fat. Like we don't want it like to be too oily on, like when we need to cook it. We don't want too much oil on the sauce. Just like the fried rice, I said it before, we make the fried rice, we need to put a little bit more oil to make it taste good. So we don't want like too much extra oil. Chicken thigh, same, we just cut it like to chop it to small pieces. And then after the chicken you done, and then we will like scramble the egg, like because we need to cook the fried rice first. This time the recipe say 4 cups of rice. Later on you will see like I have a lot of the rice. The reason is that when I measure the rice, I talking to my wife, and then I accidentally I put 6 cups. But this dish, like the size is for 4 cups of rice. If you put 6 cups of rice, no problem, but like the sauce is not really enough, it will be a little bit like less. So you want like each bite have like enough sauce, then like probably 4 cups of rice with this recipe ingredient, it will be the best. And cook fried rice, I think I've showed you a few times. So, but if you didn't see my other fried rice video, is on the top right. Otherwise, like you can see here, it's very easy. We put the egg in first, and then we keep mixing it. It start to be cooked, then we put the fried rice in. We don't want like the whole egg is like well cooked, then we put the egg, like then we put the rice in. That way it will not like that taste good, and then the egg will maybe overcooked. We don't want that to be happen. Like first you need to heat up the pan, and then see we need to put a little bit more oil than usual. The reason is if you don't have enough oil, then the fried rice won't taste good, and then the egg will really easy to be overcooked. That is what we don't want it, so we put a little bit more oil. And then if you want healthier like us, use the olive oil. That way it's better. And then see, before you start to cook the egg, like you mix it again. So, and then you put it in, and then keep mixing it. And then see, now it's like kind of the way I say it's almost ready. And then like we put in the rice, and then to cook it. Make sure don't press it when you like the rice, like they will stick together. We don't want fried rice like to stick together. It won't taste really good. So it's easy to move it and then mix the egg and the rice. Yeah, just don't like put it hard like this. Like this way is better than you like push it on top and down like that. We don't want to do that. And after that, you just put it on the dish and wait for the sauce. You can use the same pan. After you remove the fried rice, should be clean and then not much oil left over because it is absorbed by the egg and the rice already. Now we done the fried rice and we make the sauce. We just need a little bit oil. The reason is that we still need to cook those before we add the sauce. So first we put in the ginger to heat it up first before we put other ingredient. Then we put the veggie in first. The veggie because like we didn't cook it yet, so they are the most hard ingredient in all of those. So we want to cook it a little bit early. Then we can put in the dry scallop and then the black mushroom. Those need to cook a little bit longer than the other. After you cook probably 30 seconds, then you can put in the chicken. Then after the chicken change color, they're almost ready, then you can put in the seafood. The seafood always is the last because they are easy, well cooked. We don't want them to cook too long, especially later on we have the sauce too. And then after that, you can put in 1 can of the chicken broth in there. Then remember you have the water like you used, like the hot water you used to put on the dry scallop. Now we can put in the can and then add extra water because now it's not enough for half can. We need to add about half can of the water in, so you add up together as a half can will be fine with the water. Then you put 2 to 3 tablespoons of the oyster sauce. It really depends. If you want a little bit salty, then you can put 3 tablespoons. But for me, I put 2. I think it's well enough. In outside, probably in the restaurant, they will put the soy sauce too or the dark soy sauce. But like I'm not selling it. Like it's healthier, it's better. So didn't put those. After this, you need to put some salt to bring up the flavor on all the ingredients. I will put 1 teaspoon of the salt, and of course you need to put in the sugar too. If you put in salt, I will put in 1 teaspoon of the sugar as well. Then you put in about half of the teaspoon of the white pepper. And you will say, if I don't have the white pepper, black pepper is okay, but it won't help that much like with the black pepper because we are not need the pepper's flavor. We need the pepper to make sure the all those other ingredients they flavor they can mix together. And before you put in the corn structure, I will remove all the ginger in there. That's why I cut it in larger pieces. The ginger you don't need it. You just remove it, and then now you can put in the corn structure, and then you just like make the water to look like the sauce, and then cook it. Will be fine. Remember when you mix the corn structure, use the cold water, not hot water. Okay, and then now it's done. You can put it over on top of the fried rice, and the delicious Fujian fried rice is done. It's just that easy. If I can do it, you can do it. I hope you will like the video. If you like my video, please give me a like, subscribe my channel, and then click the bell so I have new video. You won't miss it. I hope to see you on my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.